सुहावना टेम्परेचर जो है वो मौसम रहता है अक्सर। और जो स्काई लाइन है कसौली हिल्स की, कई बार इतनी साफ़ हो जाती है कि इट बिकम्स सो वेरी क्रिस्टल क्लियर दैट यू कैन सी इवन कसौली हिल्स। बर्फ़ भी पड़ती है, कसौली तक की पहाड़ियाँ यहाँ दिख जाती हैं बड़े अच्छे से बर्फ़ की ढकी हुई चादर से। एक ज़माना था इनफैक्ट कोविड जब लॉकडाउन शुरू हुआ था और कर्फ्यूज़ लगे थे और व्हीकुलर ट्रैफिक जब रोड्स पे बंद हो गया था ऑलमोस्ट, तो जालंधर में और लुधियाना में कई जगह से जो है वो पहाड़ दिखाई दिए बरसों बाद, दशकों बाद। मुझे भी इनफैक्ट याद है वो ज़माना शायद मैं 9th या 10th में होगा, जब मैं अम्बाला से चंडीगढ़ जब आया करते थे तो अम्बाला से ही पहाड़ दिखना शुरू हो जाया करते थे और एक बड़ा रोमांचकारी अनुभव जो है वो हुआ करता था। शिमला यहाँ से तकरीबन 3-3.5 घंटे की ड्राइव पे है। और आज का जो सेशन है मैंने हिंट दिया है आपको कि इट रिलेट्स टू वॉन्डरलस्ट, इट रिलेट्स टू फुटलूज। मैं ख़बर पढ़ रहा था कि शिमला में तकरीबन 2000 व्हीकल्स डेली आना शुरू हो गए हैं बिकॉज ऑफ समर्स। और ये वो जैसे छुट्टियां खुली और टूरिस्ट्स का रश बढ़ गया तो वहाँ भीड़ बहुत होना शुरू हो गई। और जो शोगी चेक पोस्ट है उस पे कहते हैं कि वो टेस्ट रिपोर्ट देखते हैं आपकी कोविड पॉजिटिव तो नहीं है या किसी तरह की और जो भी आपके डॉक्यूमेंट्स हैं विच आर रिक्वायर्ड टू बी कंप्लीट इन ऑल रिस्पेक्ट्स, देन ओनली यू आर अलाउड एंट्री इन Himachal. Now this took me to tourism. What is tourism? How are we concerned with tourism? How does it affect our lives? And what role does it play in our lives? And do we really need to have a break from our routine? And do we really need to have a leisurely, serendipitous experience, sometimes planned holiday, sometimes you bump into something which you had never planned। और कभी आपने देखा नहीं होगा कि अरे इतनी चलते चलते इतनी खूबसूरत जगह आ गई। सो वो सेरेंडिपिटी का अपना अलग से चार्म है। जहाँ प्लान्ड हॉलीडे है वहाँ आप तैयारियाँ करके जाते हैं, ट्रैवल लाइट करते हैं बहुत कम। इनफैक्ट आज का जो सेशन है वो मैं तकरीबन 30-35 मिनट में वाइंड अप करूँगा। लेकिन दोस्तों इस टॉपिक के लिए मेरे पास इतना मैटर है आपके साथ साझा करने के लिए कि आई थिंक आई कैन गो ऑन फॉर 3 लॉन्ग मंथ्स विद माई डेली आउटपुट ऑफ ट्रैवल रिलेटेड पीसेज एंड ट्रैवल रिलेटेड experiences. So far those who have joined me are Rosie Chopra, Kaumadi, Neetu Singh, Sahil Vaid, Bhuvanesh, Principal Bhupender Sahab and Vinod Dahiya, Sudhi Rohanath. Thank you Sunidhi, same here. I also love interacting with you guys. So मैंने कोई 100 के करीब आज तक ट्रैवलॉग्स लिखे हैं और मेरी एक पुस्तक जो है वो खाली ट्रैवल पे है। आई हैव वाइड वैरायटी ऑफ बुक्स टू फ्लॉन्ट एंड टू बी प्राउड ऑफ एंड टू रियली शेयर विद यू ऑल। इसमें तकरीबन 80 ट्रैवलॉग्स हैं और ट्रैवलॉग्स 80 मैंने हेयर देयर एल्सवेयर इसका नाम है। हेयर का मतलब जो हमारे देसी पर्यटक स्थल हैं, देयर मीन्स जो हमारे बाहर के एग्जॉटिक हैं, एल्सवेयर का मतलब ये है कि जहाँ जहाँ भी रिलेटेड इशू है उस पर मैंने जो लिखा है वो सारा का सारा इस पे इट हैज़ बिन कंपाइल्ड एंड दिस बुक वाज रिलीज्ड वे बैक इन 2016. Now since I'm talking about tourism and travel related things, so I would like to read out to you just one paragraph from the foreword of this Hi Sanjeev, this book. And the noted columnist once who was associate editor of the Tribune, Vandana Shukla, she happens to be a good friend of mine, and she had written the foreword of this book in beautiful language. I don't know whether I deserved it or not. Raj Kapoor made this movie Awara Hoon, which was quite popular in Russia and many other countries. And this song Awara Hoon was even being crooned by Goras and elsewhere in the world. So Vandana Shukla writes in her foreword, the footloose have yearnings akin to the spiritual fervor. And the first line is, places where no one calls you by your name. All exotic places, all those places where you don't really claim nativity, but a visitation. So places where no one calls you by your name. Such a wonderful expression. So the footloose having yearnings akin to the spiritual fervor that leads to the greatness of vagueness. Greatness of vagueness is within quotes of experience. The winds, clouds, desolate beaches, flowing rivers, dense forests, mountains and deserts may not teach lessons that have utility for the material world. They help the explorer fly without wings. Travel liberates. People born with a gypsy soul can decode the call of the unknown. Travelers are cleansed of the gold lust, according to a poet. So this was a wonderful foreword written by Vandana Shukla of my book. Well, this lockdown, this COVID has influenced the tourism industry everywhere in the world, wherever you go. And there are countries who solely thrive only on tourism promotion and tourism. And those countries, they have had a very kind of fatal blow. Like we have been to places, very many places. I think we as a family, as me and my wife, we have traveled more than half the world, and only Australia and eastern side China, etc. is there to explore. China, God forbid, I am not planning as of now. But then yes, places like Thailand, Malaysia, Indonesia, and certain European countries also, they thrive on tourism. और जो भी चीज़ उनके यहाँ ख़ास नहीं होती है, आम भी होती है, उसको ख़ास बना के इस तरह से परोसा जाता है, सर्व किया जाता है कि आप उसकी तरफ अट्रैक्ट होते हैं और उसकी तरफ उसको देखने की आपके अंदर एक लालसा जागती है, एक जिज्ञासा होती है, क्यूरियोसिटी होती है, मन करता है. इट्स अ प्लेजरेबल एक्सपीरियंस. Like there are so many landmarks in the world. I have seen many of them. Statue of Liberty. We were just returning from that island, or there was a couple, old couple, in their on the wrong side of their 80s, and this lady happens to look at a structure which was about just 150 years old. So the lady calls her husband, calling his name. Hey, so and so, come here. Look at this. This is 150 years old. And the husband also chips in saying, oh my God, 150 years old. हमारे यहाँ तो 150, 200, 300 साल की हवेलियाँ होती हैं भाई साहब. अमेरिका में unfortunately Robert Frost also lamented this fact that they are an artless nation without any history and historical details. हमारे यहाँ तो आप एक ईंट उठाइए और उसके नीचे से कोई ना कोई historical details जो मिल जाएंगे. So Statue of Liberty, मैं St. Peter's रोम में था. So I just thought, why am I, because in that ambience when you enter the dome, there are candles and candles lit everywhere. There is Pope's sitting arrangement on one side, and there are people in thousands. Some of them, they gain entry inside, and they are in the prayer hall, and there is a staircase leading on to the top of the St. Peter's Basilica, which takes you to the top. I went to the top and I took a picture also. But then, being in that sanctum sanctorum, I was just, I realized that why am I here in this religious place? What is so special about it that I'm here? Then suddenly, what happened was that I recalled one instance when I had helped 80 years old nun in Sonipat. I was SP in Sonipat, and this 80 years old nun, Sister Primali, from the school, I'm forgetting the name of the school, uh, Our Lady Fatima or something like that. So these two nuns, they had come to me, and Sister Primoli said that she wanted to visit her brother who is sick in Rome, and I had helped her make her passport, and you know, in a big way I helped her. I immediately recalled having obliged Sister Primoli in meeting up her brother in Rome, and thus I thought I was in Rome only as a reward for having helped someone, and especially a noble soul, a pious soul like a nun, 80 years old. I don't know if she is alive today because it's almost more than 25 years. So इवन ऑन एफएल टावर पे आप चले जाइए, वाइट हाउस के आगे चले जाइए आप, अगर आप लंदन में हैं तो सेंट पॉल्स में जाके देखिए, टावर ऑफ लंदन में जाइए, टावर ऑफ लंदन में वो टॉर्चर चेम्बर्स भी हैं जो आप देख के बड़ा कौतूहल महसूस करते हैं. वहाँ गैलेंटाइन जो की गई थी क्वीन, उसका भी जो है मशीन और वो सारे रखे हुए हैं. एंड टावर ब्रिज इज़ क्लोज बाय, एंड more than abbeys and Parliament House. And London is a fascinating city. Although I have preferences over London because I like Rome to be the best city, and especially I have interest in history and historical things. So all these landmarks, Niagara Falls, we went up to Niagara Falls from New York, traveling on a train. I mentioned it because earlier I think, and most of the things that you have heard about, like the mountains, Alps. If you are in Europe, you've heard about Alps mountains. You have heard about Rockies. You have heard about Cascade in America. And if you are in Seattle, then of course you have to have a visit and an experience of going up the Space Needle. So these are all landmarks, and these things, they remind you, and they sort of connect you to a knowledge which is there in store with you. Well, हमने अपने भी देश में जो है वो गंगा यमुना नदियाँ देखी हैं. मैंने ब्रह्मपुत्र तो शायद नहीं देखी, उधर तो मेरा एक्सपीरियंस नहीं हुआ, बट कावेरी, गंगा, यमुना, सतलुज सभी देखी, इंडस देखी है. और वर्ल्ड की सारी जितनी भी नदियां हैं उसमें खासी मैंने क्रूज़ भी हम लोगों ने किया है. मिसिसिपी में किया है, डैन्यूब में किया है, सीन में किया है फ्रांस में, और वितावा में किया है पराग में. एंड यू नो, सो मेनी these sound very familiar to you, and they make your experience very lively. And you know, वो एक शेर भी है कि सैर कर दुनिया की गाफिल, जिंदगानी फिर कहाँ, जिंदगी अगर रहे ये जवानी फिर कहाँ. So exploration, information seeking, knowledge seeking, this is there inherent in a human being's mind. He is always very curious. He is always very quite seeking, exploring very many places. And yes, sir, you have rightly said, it increases your knowledge in so many aspects. And so many explorers, Marco Polo ho, chahe Columbus ho, who discovered America. And you know, there is a saying about Columbus that he discovered America, and Americans he gave the Americans gave Columbus tobacco, and Columbus gave Americans syphilis. So nobody knows who gave the worst thing to whom. And likewise, in fact, he had started to explore India, but he reached and found America. Likewise, Vasco da Gama, he reached 1469, he reached the coasts of shores of Goa and he found Goa. जिस तरह से ये ट्रैवलर्स होते हैं, इनकी भी अपनी एक जमात है, एक ज़ात है, एक क्लास है. ह्यून सांग जो है वो चाइना से चल के और हज़ारों माइल्स ही ट्रैवल्ड एंड ही रोट certain historical details which are otherwise not known to us at all, courtesy only these explorers that they had this in their mind that they have to document their things. Even our own Baba Nanak, he was a very widely travelled person. He travelled up to Iran and even beyond. And he travelled the entire south and the entire length and breadth of India. Even Gandhi, for that matter, Gandhi, when he came from Africa, he wanted to know each and every corner of the country and its people. So he needed to visit those places, and Gandhi visited those places. अभी उन्होंने कहा कि जो है वो आपका ऑल राइट वेलकम तनु, जैसे कहा कि ब्रॉडनिंग ऑफ होराइजन होता है. यस, ब्रॉडनिंग ऑफ होराइजन होता है. यू नॉट ओनली टेंड टू बिकम conformist, you don't not only tend to become a disciplinarian, a strict martinet to the customs which are prevalent at an alien land where you are visiting, and that is how you adopt yourself, that is how you adapt yourself to that particular way of life. Their dressing sense, their couture, their cuisine, their dressing style, their way of life. As they say, as they say, do as the Romans do while you are in Rome. So you learn to live life in a different manner altogether, which you have not yet lived all through your living years. So it is kind of an open book which is available to you. It's kind of a window which you open to the rest of the world and seek to find things, know things, and these things are part and parcel of you for the rest of your lives. And there are certain places like, as I said, they thrive only on tourism. Like we went to Andaman Nicobars. Andaman Nicobar, the taxi walas, they'll not charge for the whole taxi. If you are 4 guys, they'll charge 4 guys according to their price per person. Not that you are hiring the whole taxi and you can give him a fixed price. No. And when we sort of, talked to them and discussed with them and, almost agitated with them, they said, sir, this is the only earning that we have. All around is just water. Everything is brought from outside. Even a needle, if we need, it has to be brought. And they have a very valid reason to say that. Not only Andaman, Nicobar, other islands also, even Singapore was a bit costly. And Bali, again, we went to Bali. Bali has a typical culture to follow, totally Hindu-oriented, and they have a typical... Now, there are small little things which you otherwise don't know, and they count so much with the locals that we were told that there is a flower, I don't remember its name, but that flower, yellowish and whitish in color with 4 or 5, petals, and they offer it as to the deity in the morning. And we were told that if you happen to find these, things, flowers on the way, you don't have to touch them with your feet. They are held in adoration and they are held in reverence. So, likewise, there was a place we went to, British Columbia. We have relatives there in Victoria and other places. There is a place called Salt Springs where we went with another couple there. And this place, Salt Springs, is totally organic. They do not use anything which is which is not organic or which is not grown naturally there. In fact, I was, I was eating chips from my packet which we had carried, and a gentleman walks up to us saying, "Sir, these are mechanized potatoes or something like that, and these are natural potato. These are not natural potatoes, so you mustn't eat them." They have everything organic. They have plants and orchards growing fruits and other things, and strictly they are opposing every kind of. They are in fact opposing even the laying of a pipeline, oil pipeline. They say that this is going to disturb our ecosystem. Sushil, welcome. Nimi Sharma, welcome. All right. And इसी तरह से जैसे मैं जिक्र कर रहा था कि कई जगह की अपनी अपनी ख़ास पहचान होती है और कई जगह की कोई ख़ास चीज़ें होती हैं जिनको वो पॉपुलराइज करा करते हैं. जब भी मैं कोई बात करता हूँ तो फिल्मों का जो है वो मैं जिक्र करना कभी नहीं भूलता हूँ, और हर चीज़ को मैं फिल्म से रिलेट कर लेता हूँ. सो ट्रैवल पे भी मुझे जो है वो कई गाने जो है वो याद आ गए, और उसमें जैसे पहले हुआ करता था ये वादी कश्मीर है जन्नत का नज़ारा, वो कश्मीर पे एक सॉन्ग होता था रफ़ी का, और ये लखनऊ की सरजमी, लखनऊ की सरजमी, दिल्ली चले हल्ले हल्ले, दिल्ली से जयपुर गाड़ी चले, आगरे का घाघरा एंड बरेली का झुमका. ऑल दिस एंड इवन हरियाणवीज दे हैव रागनी बहादुरगढ़ का बम, एंड इवन पंजाबीज दे हैव समथिंग लाइक द मखजल अंदर पैंदी, और all these places are definitely mentioned not only in your folklore but in your day-to-day literary side activities as well, where you have these things referred to with regard to their specialties of whatever kind. I'll read out a middle which I had written at the end long back when India and Pakistan, they had some skirmishes after Kargil war, and General Musharraf had come visiting us. So there was, he visited Delhi and then Agra, and then I wove a dialogue between Agra and Delhi, which I'll just read it out to you to see, to impress upon what historically Delhi was known and what historically Agra was known. So I'll read it out at the end of my session. Well, you may have special preferences for beaches. I may have special preferences for snow-capped, peaks, and someone else may have special preferences for deserts. Well, as I said, it is all serendipity. If you are not having a planned holiday, then you land up in Pushkar, and in the entire sandy desert, you stumble onto a place which is quite unique. There is a huge pond with water. It's kind of a and all over there are white temples. Even in fact, ब्रह्मा जी का मंदिर केवल पुष्कर जी में ही है. एंड पुष्कर में जाके आपको लगेगा ही नहीं कि आप इंडिया में हैं, क्योंकि वहाँ फॉरेनर्स इतने हैं. वहाँ कहते हैं कोई ड्रग्स वगैरह का भी ट्रेड होता है. एज ए पुलिस ऑफिसर तो मेरे को यही कहना चाहिए कि कहते हैं, होता भी है वैसे अक्सर शायद. अनीता दैया इज़ वॉचिंग, थैंक यू. सो एवरीबडी हैज़ गॉट हिज और हर ओन preference to indulge in wanderlust, indulge in footloose, and indulge in visitations and touring. Interestingly, मुझे जो सबसे quiet stations लगे, but happening, otherwise very quite happening places, and very and beautiful hubs. In Switzerland, you have places like Lucerne, and there is a place called Interlaken. Such a wonderful place. You can't be disturbed there by anything except. Likewise, in places like Prague and Vienna, The Hague, the environment is so very tourist friendly, except for certain people who have come there from Armenia or some other country, that they create some kind of a problem. But then the locals are so very docile that you don't feel any kind of disturbance, and at the dead of the night you can walk anywhere you like. some of the places are like that. I will talk about 4 or 5 cities that have fascinated me. Then I'll read out the middle to you. And before I come to the cities, let me tell you some village settings. They have also fascinated me. Like I think Sawan has joined in. I talked about the salt springs experience in British Columbia. Victoria, close to Victoria, there is a place called Sydney there. And about 3 hours, 2.5 hours journey from Seattle is a place called Leavenworth. Now, Leavenworth is a German town, which is barbarian, as they say. And this typical town has a typicality, characteristic, which is quintessential, which no other town or village can boast of. They have not allowed even Starbucks and other brands of outlets to have their own buildings. No, they have to have the facade which is approved by the local council, and they cannot go beyond the desires of that particular demands of that particular community that is in Leavenworth. And same way, there is a place called Osoyoos in Canada. We've been there. It's a beautiful lake which gets frozen in the winters, and during the summers, it's in the deserts. And another place that we liked in America was Gornoville. Gornoville is about 100 kilometers, 50 or 60 kilometers from San Francisco, and that place is on the 101 highway, as they say. The place exactly on the highway is Jenner, but Gornoville, and that is a redwood area. In fact, if there is a small little spark, small little fire somewhere, there is emergency declared. So these things, they attract you. Now I come to the 4 or 5 major cities that have fascinated me. Well, as I said, I give number 1 ranking to Rome, because I love history, I love architecture, I love monuments which have antiquity by their side, and there are so many buildings, even 2,000 years old dome, which has a entry point from the sun to enter and go in a circular manner, in a way that throughout the day you have sunlight, coming to that dome. And there is a castle there, Angel's Castle, and we in fact walked on the sides of Tiber River, which we had heard in Shakespearean play, Julius Caesar, etc., etc. So I find Rome, although they say that people are not very friendly there, tourist friendly there, but touchwood, we did not experience any such kind of a thing. Well, the second to fall in line is Paris. Again, it is history, and it's a city of romance, and beautiful ambience, all kind of, it's full of militaristic details also with regard to its past and all that. London has also fascinated me in a big way, and there are so many landmarks strewn all around in London, which we have heard since our childhood, right from Buckingham Palace to James's Park to so many things, and close to London is a place called St. Albans, where we spent 1 full day. And south of London, again, south of England, there are 2-3 villages that we had visited. One was West Bay, and the other one was Porlock. Porlock is a village which finds mention in Coleridge's poem, and it's really a thrilling experience to be visiting all these places and relating one's own life experiences and the information that is stored in your brain about that particular place. We've been to LA also, and LA, of course, did not impress me much, because I was prejudiced in my mind for the place being a little rowdy, but we went to uh, uh, Disneyland and other places. It's a beautiful place otherwise, but yes, San Francisco I like much better than LA. And yes, of course, Seattle is a place where I would like to go. Every month if it's in my hands. I like to walk on the Alaskan Way and visit the farmers market and go to Alki Island, the other side of the Puget Sound. And once in a while, look up to the Space Needle, hover around the city in a helicopter which lands on water, in a plane that lands on water. It's all वही आखिर में कहूँगा कि सैर कर दुनिया की गाफिल जिंदगानी फिर कहाँ और ज़िंदगी गर रहे तो ये जवानी फिर कहाँ. Now I'm going to read out to you, friends, the dialogue which I talked about Delhi and Agra. And this was a middle I wrote in 2001. There are very interesting details about. Before I mention this, let me tell you that Khushwant Singh had written a novel called Delhi, which was considered to be a near pornographic document, but then nobody understood the idea behind writing that novel. Khushwant Singh shared it with me in one of our personal interactions, that he talked about Delhi like a eunuch and a transgender, like the one who is always exploited. So Delhi has been always exploited. This is what Khushwant Singh wanted to convey through this novel, which was taken, review-wise, it was taken otherwise. Yes, Principal Sir, novel, I'm talking about the novel by Khushwant Singh, Delhi. So I wrote about a dialogue between Agra and Delhi, and it says, I indulged in eavesdropping and heard Delhi say, you know what Morris said in the Destinations? That was a document about me. Delhi is a soldier's town, a politician's town, a journalist's town, a diplomat's town. It is Asia's Washington, though not so picturesque, and lives by ambition, rivalry, and opportunism. Now, this was written by someone long back, and how true it is. It seems every word, every nuance of every word is so very relevant even today. And now, as a counter, what Agra says is, but sterner stuff about me by Peter Mundy. Peter Mundy has been a traveler. Peter Mundy के अगर आप ने travel details पढ़े हो या travelogues पढ़े हो तो they are a class in themselves. Said Agra. Again about Delhi. Common stews of which there has been diverse places of Agra, each of them having evening like a fire, where they resort, make their bargains, take and choose the whores, sitting and lying on their cots at their balconies and doors. Now the traveler talks about a place called Agra in terms of a marketplace for anything. There is bargaining there, and this speaks true character of a particular city. Further ahead, Peter Mundy says about the Taj. He was a witness to the times when Taj was being built. Peter Mundy, let me share with you. Oh yes, Peter Mundy, who saw Taj being built in the year 1632, commented in his own English that the building is begun and goes on. It's about Taj Mahal. The building is begun and goes on with excessive labor and cost, prosecuted with extraordinary diligence. Gold and silver esteemed but as ordinary stones. Marble, gold, counted as ordinary stones in the making of Taj Mahal, in the building up of Taj Mahal. Where would you find such a description? Again, about the Taj itself. A flame-like passion, like dominion cold, bed of imperial consorts, whom none part, forever doomed with glory, heart to heart, still whispering to the ages, love is bold. So Taj is symbolic of love. And last quote I'll quote from this middle is about our own V.S. Naipaul. What does he say about Delhi? Yeah, people spare none when it comes to criticism. Delhi made a sweeping statement and said, "Do you know what our own V.S. Naipaul in an area of darkness said about me, about Delhi? A city which retained its plan, unquickened and unhumanized, built for people who would be protected from its openness, from the whiteness of its light, to whom the trees were like the trees on an architect's drawing, decorations, not intended to give shade, a city built like a monument." These impressions, friends, are therefore referred to. आज आपको एक गज़ल और एक ही पोएम माई ओन खजुराहो से सुनाऊंगा बिकॉज आई विल नॉट ओवरशूट माई दहशतों के दरमियाँ कोई कुछ कहता नहीं आज ये क्या हुआ है लोगों को, कोई कुछ कहता नहीं ये क्या हुआ है आज लोगों को, क्यों सिले हैं लब सबके ये क्या हुआ है लोगों को, क्यों सिले हैं लब सबके ये क्या हुआ है लोगों को, सभी सहमे से हैं कि लगता है सन सा कर दिया है लोगों को, सभी सहमे से हैं कि लगता है सन सा कर दिया है लोगों को, और ये दरो दीवार कुछ परेशान हैं, ये दरो दीवार कुछ परेशान हैं, फिर भी कुछ होता नहीं है लोगों को, ये दरो दीवार लिस्टलेस, इमोशनलेस, लॉजिकलेस, लाइफलेस, ये तो परेशान हैं दरो दीवार, तो ये दरो दीवार कुछ परेशान हैं, फिर भी कुछ होता नहीं है लोगों को, ये चुप्पियाँ खामोशियाँ हैरत में हैं, ये चुप्पियाँ खामोशियाँ हैरत में हैं, हैरान हूँ क्या हुआ है लोगों को, हैरान हूँ क्या हुआ है लोगों को। और एक स्मॉल लिटिल कॉम्पोजिशन फ्रॉम माय ओन खजूर, self pity, you may call it guilty conscience or whatever, but yes, self pity. When for us others writhe, squirm, contort in pain, when for us others writhe, squirm, contort in pain, I feel bad, sad, often cheerless and depressed. I feel bad, sad, often cheerless and depressed, yet maintaining equanimity, patience, and even temper with my own imploration and proposition, sickly interpretations, stamped expiations, soiled introspections, sacred machinations, soulful auto-suggestions, skillfully acquired sagaciousness, often rowdy, boisterous, uproarious recompense, when for me others wreathe, squirm, contort in pain, I feel bad, sad, often cheerless and depressed. Let me see who all have joined lately. Vinod Daya, Nimesh Sharma, Principal Sahab, Ravinder Gupta ji, Professor Sahab, क्या हाल है आपके? You are doing good in Panchkula after RKSD experience. Yes, self-pity, or we may say self-flagellation, yes. So that was all for today, folks. We'll meet up tomorrow, 12 noon, This Was Talk Show. I choose my topics almost on a daily basis. I don't really plan them, and it is almost impromptu, rendering and extempore, speaking out my mind most of the times, referring to, alluding to stuff which either I know or I have written or I have documented, and I share my experiences with you. If you have any questions, I'm there with you for about half a minute more. Enjoy your day. Thank you so much for watching me. Thank you.